せーのでもそんなんじゃダメもうそんなんじゃほら心は進化するよもっともっと
Hello everyone, Road Breach here, and today we're taking a look at the Gundam Build Fighters, Miss Loheng Rinko.
Yeah, did you say Gundam? Yeah, did you say Gundam? Did you say Gundam?
Did you say Gundam?
Did you say Gundam? Did you say Gundam? Did you say Gundam?
Did you say Gundam? Did you say Gundam?
Did you say Gundam?
Did you say Gundam?
Did you say Gundam?
Now I've actually had this kit for a while now, and I haven't really bothered to do a video until now.
Taking a look at the figure, we see a beautiful woman standing right in front of us. Okay, enough of that. Anyway, let's take a look at the details. Her face is, well, it's terribly painted because of me, but, you can see that she has some green eyes as well as, dark bluish green hair and some eyebrows, which are in fact a separate piece. Going down, you can see her ponytail and her scrunchie. She's wearing a nice little captain's uniform, nice little captain's hat, which I also did paint not very well. I also went over these wings with a Sharpie. That's what these lines are. Also some buttons that I once again did get with a Sharpie. Her pretty long legs. And she's wearing just some regular generic shoes. And they even have some molded detail on the bottom with some treads or soles, whatever. That little cockpit right there I did paint, along with that little the little badge, and the molded detail is pretty good. It folds in the jacket with sculpting on the hair. It's pretty decent for what it is. As for posability, ball joint at the head, ball joint at the base of the neck, inner ball joint at the inner part of the shoulder, ball joint right there, which allows it to rotate 360 degrees and go out that far, although you will pop that out. That sucks. There is also a butterfly joint, so she can cross her arms. Swivel here.
Which is also very agile.
Ball bend at the elbow, ball joint at the wrist, ball joint at the chest.
Joint at the waist.
Her legs can go out that far, kick forward that far, and move backward that far. Swivel here. Double bend at the knee. Swivel here. The feet can tilt up and down, and also tilt side to side. Oh, right, I forgot. Ball joint at these wings. Now, you probably didn't notice, but when you move her neck around carelessly like that, then her collar piece just pops off. I mean, obviously you can just put it right back easily, and it's not really all that bad since the neck keeps the collar piece on, but it's still pretty annoying. And the same thing with the hands. These wrist joints were extremely tight, and this will come up later when I'm showing you accessories. And one really annoying problem is that these arms will pop out quite a lot, especially if you're trying to stretch her arms outwards. Overall, the same problem with a Gundam kit is found here, because this is a Gundam kit and you put it together in like a few minutes. And there's no screws in here, so it doesn't really hold together all that well. Despite her tiny feet, you can actually stand her up pretty well. Oh, that's pretty nice. Usually these female figures kind of fall over when you try to pose them. But here, I'm glad that's not the case. And as for accessories, you get alternate hands, which are gun-holding hands. And remember what I said earlier about the wrist joints? These wrist joints were extremely tight, and well, right here, this wrist joint actually broke, and I had to super glue this, which is why the ball joint is kind of lopsided. And I had to glue this again. So to combat that, what I did was take an engraver and I shaved down the inside of the socket right there. But I did go a little bit too far over here. So my advice, just be a little bit careful, okay? This is a big boy zone only.
Get out of here, kids.
You also get 2 guns. And to get the guns into her gun-holding hands, what you do is you take the back of the hand, you pop that off, take the guns, pop them in there, and you take the back of the hand, and
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me! So help me! So help me! And cut!
then of course just take the hand and put it in there. Although I'm going to have to be careful with that one because that's the super glue hand. There you go! You also get some alternate eyes. Now, of course, there is that sticker sheet with other sets of eyes, but for this, I decided to put stickers on the eyepiece that replicates the picture on the box. So, here's the other set of eyes. Now, what you do is take off her hat, remove her bangs, get right behind her ears, and and then you quickly just and then you put that aside. You take her eyebrows and you put those back. And you reassemble it as quickly as possible as to try and unsee that horror. So it is a little bit of a hassle to do this, but I could kind of understand what...
Actually, no, they should have just had alternate faces.
And as for the rest of her accessories, well, why don't you take a look and see what they're for?
You're my heartbeat, my silent drum that is kicking me till I'm numb. I wanna feel the love that James Brown did when he got standing ovations on his gig. I wanna feel free like a bird in the sky when he opened his wings to fly on by.
And here we have her in battle mode, I think. Well, it looks pretty cool, actually. This giant wing pack on her back, it kind of weighs her down. And, you know, that's kind of, it's a little bit odd considering what's at the front of her. But I really do love the addition of these leg parts. I think these are really cool. And her new heels are also pretty neat looking too. But I also really love the addition of the antenna here. However, for the most part, I've been kind of displaying her without this giant wing pack and just having her like this. Oh, it's kind of like a Mega Man situation here. But you also get some pieces for a stand to build. And you can use either this yellow piece or this black piece. And it just clips in right there. And if you didn't want to use the Gundam stand, you could always use one of your premium figure stands to stand her up instead. And that will hold her up when you're posing her. I am not sure about this shorter yellow piece, but For here, it's not going to help much with just having her standing. And it kind of sucks that it has her elevated up just above where these stand legs are, but I guess there's not much I could do about that. Although this
Isn't even her final form.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to show me taking off the skirt piece and then replacing it with the sitting down skirt piece. My camera was having problems.
And here we have her in battleship mode? Well, I mean, it's presented on the front of the box, and the bio says something about it being a battleship, so I guess it's battleship mode.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the bio. The first battleship motif in the history of Gunpla Cost heroines, and the first machine to have a deformation mechanism, as well as the first ever spouse model. This is Miss Loheng Rinko. The builder is Takeshi Lori, and the model for this machine is his own wife, Rinko Lori. He produced this machine as a wedding anniversary present to her. That said, he was thorough in adding specifications for Gunpla battle, and this machine has both massive firepower and the Archangel and large thrust, and is equipped with formidable combat capabilities. It is true that mothers are strong and terrifying. They are a great presence that heals wounded warriors in the place they call home, the mothership. Huh, well I guess that intro that I made has a little bit more relevance than I thought.
And yeah, the stand is pretty necessary for this, all things considered. Though I guess you could have her sitting on the ground, but I don't want to do that. Now for size comparisons. Robot Spirit Sturlitzia, Combiner Wars Road Breach, Figma Ryuko Matoi, Lego Overwatch Bastion, Combiner Wars Victorion, Transformers Siege Optimus Prime, Skylanders Imaginators Golden Queen, and Transformers Masterpiece Optimus Prime. So, around a Voyager class, I guess.
Overall, this figure's pretty good. While it does have the reoccurring problem of being kinda fragile, it's to be expected of a Gundam model kit. And while I haven't seen Gundam build fighters at all, I mostly just got this because it's something nice for me to look at. Is that shallow? Maybe, but I don't care. I don't regret my purchase on this one, and it was fun to build. I really loved building this, and I wish to build more Gundam kits in the future. It was really fun, and while my paint job is not the best, I do believe that this is just I do think that this is just a little... I do believe that I can improve on this. So, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, and gotta zoom.
Smurf Berry